Okay, so this is an update to my earlier video on making raw chocolates at home, chocolate truffles, using coconut oil, raw cocoa, and maple syrup. In this example, we're going to use the same three ingredients, but we're going to cut some of the raw cocoa powder with whey protein, and that'll give us an in-between meal snack that is both protein, carbohydrate, and fat. So right now we've just got the coconut oil in this Pyrex measuring cup, and I've got this warming burner on, so I'll gently liquefy the coconut oil until I get to the 1 cup mark, at which point I will add my raw cocoa. So while I'm waiting for that to melt, I'm going to get my raw cocoa ready. And we're going to use there's a measuring cup. And normally you would use a 50-50 ratio of cocoa to coconut oil, but since we're going to use some chocolate flavored whey protein, we just put that in here, and then we add the cocoa. So the nice thing about this is if you get a really nice quality whey protein that's sweetened only with stevia, you're going to require a lot less maple syrup to achieve the desired sweetness, and it produces a chocolate with a slightly less intense dark cocoa taste to it. There, so we're about the 1 cup mark. So we're going to set that aside. And we'll just wait now for that coconut oil to liquefy. Looks like we need a bit more coconut here. Coconut oil, I should say. This is a good thing to do when you're doing something else in the kitchen. You know, for example, here I got a nice turkey stock on the go from all the leftovers. So I'm just trying to get a couple of things done. Okay, well, it looks like that's the right mark, but we've got to wait for that to completely liquefy. Okay, so we're completely liquefied there now. So we'll add in our dark cocoa. Let's see if we can do it without making too much of a mess. I managed to get this all over the stove, but it's not too messy. Stir it up. There we go. Now we're going to add some maple syrup. Be too stingy with it. You know, each chocolate really doesn't have a ton in it. Like I say, you also have that stevia in there. That's approximately what I like to use. It'll have a level that'll start to approach the 2 cup mark when you've got everything in there, the dry ingredients and the coconut oil. So you can see we're just shy of the 2 cup mark there now. And you got to, you know, we're going to use these latex little like muffin, small miniature muffin type tins. And I've got Brazil nuts and raisins. I've chopped up some Brazil nuts in each one of these. You can use anything you want. I've used craisins, hazelnuts, you know, anything peanuts, I suppose. But you got to keep stirring while you're pouring, because the maple syrup is thicker and it'll have a tendency to drop to the bottom, and that'll change the flavor of your chocolates as you pour through them all. So keep stirring. This is a secret. Keep stirring the whole time you're pouring. And then just, if you set this up nice, you should be able to just keep pouring continuously as you work your way down the tray. Don't worry about what you spill outside the holes. There's hardly anything there anyway, and you can always eat it after. It'll peel right off. So just pouring. And then what we're going to do is we'll stick it in the freezer after this, and that'll harden up the coconut oil and allow us to pop all these out. And then we just shove them in a bag. I think I got not quite enough to fill both these trays. That's about as much as I can stirring. That's going to be my last one. Okay. So there you have it. So now just take these and throw them in the oven, and I'll show you what the finished product looks like. Okay. It's been about half an hour. Pull these things out of the freezer. And yeah, there's your chocolates. See how they taste. We're good. So there you have it. Total cooking time. There's no cooking involved, but 7 minutes to do all this.